Okay, so the next thing is we're gonna start off with the normal equation C plus I plus G plus N plus X. So what we have here, so C plus I plus G is domestic expenditure, okay? So just put domestic expenditure. And this entire thing is aggregate, total expenditure. I'm just gonna put A because I'm too lazy. So we'll call this AE, or it could be called AI, like aggregate income, stuff like that. So what we have here is we have this equation, whatever. Now, we're saying that if net exports is greater than 0, so if net exports is greater than 0, that means that if net exports are greater than 0, that means that we're giving out more stuff. Like, all these goods, like, let's say, like this toy or whatever, this toy is going out, but we're getting less toys. Like, we're giving out 2 toys, but we're only getting back 1 toy. And then when we give this 2 toys out, we're getting 2 money, right? And when we get this toy, we give them 1 money. So what does that mean? We get more money, right? And now, what do we do with the money we get? Because that's basically what we're doing. Right. So if we get more money, that means, hold on a second. So income, um, then we give out money. So income is big. So income is greater than domestic spending. What? Okay, hold on. If we're getting more money, that means that we're getting a lot of income, okay? We get money, we're rich, woo, and we are rich. We rich. So what do we do if we're rich? We're gonna be like, mm, so we're rich and we know that income is greater than the domestic spending. So our Y is greater than domestic spending, which is that thing that I talked about, C plus I plus G, domestic spending, right? So if this is true, what do we do with the extra income, right? What do we do with extra income? Well, what we do is we send it off to invest, right? We send this money off abroad to finance um, foreign investments. So basically, we are a lender to the rest of the world. So basically, this means that if we get a lot of money, we're rich, and what are we gonna do with and if we're rich, that means that our income is greater than our domestic spending. And if our income is greater than domestic spending, what are we gonna do with the extra income? We can just leave it here, like, and do nothing with it. But hello, time value of money. So we send the money abroad to finance foreign investments. So we are a lender to the rest of the world. So we are a lender to the rest of the world. Rest of the world. Of the world. Okay, my handwriting is horrible. But anyway, that's basically it. And the opposite occurs if our net exports is less than 0. So let's try and see what happens if our net exports is less than 0. Okay, net exports is less than 0. So that means that um, M is greater than X, right? So we're importing more stuff. So if we're importing more stuff, more money is going out. Money is going out. And if money is going out, then we're like, oh no, we need money, right? We need money. Right? Because what's happening here, our aggregate income, the income that we get, is less than domestic expenditure, right? Domestic expenditures is not the thing for expenditure. Hold up, why the hell is it aggregate income less than domestic expenditure? Um, if net exports, right, of course, because y equals c plus I plus g plus nx. So y equals domestic expenditure plus nx. So so domestic expenditure is really high. That means that next exports has to be less than 0, right? And they have to be negative. Which is why this thing exports less than 0 comes from. Okay, great. So this means that if net exports is less than 0, AI is less than domestic expenditure. And if income is less than domestic expenditure, we're gonna be like, oh no, we have no money, we're poor. Ah, now where do we get the money from? And where do we get the money from? Our domestic, we We borrow money from the rest of the world, so we're a borrower. So we're like basically like a net borrower for the rest of the world, and our domestic economic investment is financed by national savings and international savings. Okay, so our economic investment, the hell? Because basically, domestic expenditure includes I, right? And I is investment. And we're like, oh my god, we don't have enough money for investment. So our domestic investment, our domestic economic investment is financed by national savings plus savings from the rest of the world because we don't have enough money to save to finance it ourselves, so we're poor. So that's basically the idea of that.